Good afternoon, Francisco. Let me apologize for this little delay we had today. I'm Peli, as you probably know. I'm head of customer engagement, and I will be your host for today. Today, besides Francisco, we have Stavros, our senior sales engineer, who will be joining. Hello, Stavros. How are you today?
I'm fine. Hello to everybody.
Great. So we're happy to have again Francisco Amadi from Acronis, Senior Pre-Sales, who will be showcasing the Acronis File solution, key features in a very short demo for our partners. So just before we begin, I would like to shortly introduce interworks.cloud for those that haven't heard about us and are joining for the first time our webinar series. So the interworks.cloud platform enables Microsoft CSPs, distributors, and ISVs to grow their cloud businesses by publishing custom branded marketplaces for their customers or resellers. So we help them boost their sales and fully automate billing, ordering, payment, and support processes. Our unique value proposition to the global market is the state-of-the-art Microsoft Online Service Automation we have implemented and our robust billing engine. We address the main pains of the global CSP market, as you probably already know. We're represented in Greece, UK, US, and from July in Germany as well. We have over 50 clients, including Microsoft Direct CSPs, distributors, large telcos, and MSPs like yourselves. On top of that, interworks.cloud reaches more than 5,500 resellers via our worldwide distribution network. So, to that end, today, and then with the next 30 minutes, you will have a deeper look to our new catalog offering, the Acronis Files. So, during this webinar, you are welcome to leave your comments and questions via the Questions tab. The Questions tab is available through the control panel at your right, as always. Feel free to speak to your colleagues if you wish. Your microphones will be muted during this webinar. So, Francisco, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Peli. Good afternoon, everyone. Again, my name is, as introduced by Peli, my name is Francisco Madi. My role in Acronis is a senior sales engineer. These are big words. That means only that I'm a pre-sales technician. I'm in Acronis since 9 years. It was yesterday. It was my 9th anniversary in Acronis, so I'm very proud to say that. And now I'm going to introduce for you a little bit of what is, who is Acronis, and then I will speak about Acronis Files Cloud as a service. Then I will give the stage back to Stavros that will show you something about Acronis Files Cloud. This is Acronis. Acronis is the creators of any data engine. That means that in 2002, when we were founded by our owner, okay, we invented the Acronis Any Data Engine. That means that we are focused on protecting data since the beginning. Our backup solutions are very, very spread out into all the marketplaces, all the IT markets, and we have lots of customers from the business units, from the consumer units, and this is due mainly by this Acronis Any Data Engine. Then the market changed. Data protection means something more right now. It doesn't mean only backing up data, but it means accessing data. It means protecting data. It means storing data somewhere in some safe place. So our vision of data protection changed during the time. Here some numbers about Acronis. You can see that we have been protecting up to 5,000 petabytes of data. This is an estimation, of course, through all our solutions. We have more than 50,000 partners all over the world. This means that we are very focused on the channel, on the partners channel. As I said, we have more than 500 100,000 business customers, and you can see some examples of very, very important customers we have in all the world. More than 5 million consumer customers. We have a very famous product for consumer market, and more than 50 million licenses in the OEM market. These are huge numbers. And here you can see some of the other important customers in very different markets, automotive, public sector, healthcare, and so on and so forth. We have many customers in Greece as well, but for some regulations that you probably know, we cannot show that here. And here we can see which is our vision. So I talked about a little bit about the history of Acronis in the previous slide. Now I'm going to show you the future, or the near future, or the vision of Acronis. This is what we call Acronis hybrid cloud architecture. I mentioned before that for Acronis, data protection doesn't mean anymore backup only. It means something more. Something more because data can be protected in very different ways. There are very, very different places where data are stored. For example, in the cloud. For example, there are physical machines, virtual machines, mobile phones, mobile devices, and their data are stored almost everywhere. And customers and businesses need this data to be protected and recovered in many, many different ways. So the idea of Acronis is to have a series of services, not only backup, this is important, not only backup, but a number of services that can help to give centralized data protection. Backup is one of them. And if you remember, some weeks ago in our previous webinar, we talked about Acronis Backup Cloud. But we have some more. Files Cloud is the solution that we are presenting today. But we are going to introduce some more. Disaster recovery, cloud storage. Cloud storage means that you can take the data and put them in the cloud, okay? Not only backing up them, but put them in the cloud. We will introduce e-discovery, we will introduce monitoring. So a number of services that are implemented and offered through the same platform. So the idea for you as a service provider is to have a unique platform made by more or less the same web interface, the same options, the same colors, the same look and feel. And this platform will own different services. Right now there is backup. We have also files, and we will have some more. This is the idea of the hybrid cloud architecture, to have a unified, centralized data protection. Right now we don't have all of these services, but we are going to introduce them. In the end of the year, we will have 3 or 4 more than only backup and files. Okay? But now let's go ahead and talk about Acronis Files Cloud and the reasons why it's important. This solution is important. Okay? And the starting point is that mobile devices are everywhere. I think that all of you have in their pockets a smartphone, or maybe two, or your own smartphone and your business smartphone, or you have maybe a tablet, or you have some other devices. This is the reason why the mobile market is growing 3-digit, 2-digit every year. This is very important to understand, and the market recognizes that. Gartner gave some numbers. For example, 60% of organizations have already deployed a bring your own device solution. You know what bring your own device means? It means that you can use your own phone at work for doing your job. Okay, bring your device to work. Okay, 33%, so 1 out of 3 have adopted bring your own device smartphones, and out of 2 bring your own device tablets. So it means that businesses are going to introduce those devices into the business to their users, to their employees. And by 2020, so it means in 2 or 3 years, it's expected that half of the companies, 45% is almost half of the companies, will have bring your own device. It's a huge market. It's a very huge market opportunity. And what is driving this market? It's because, and for example, here you can see some reasons. Employees want to use their mobile devices. Maybe they paid their own devices 6,000 or 7,000 euros, and they want to use them to work, share their files, to collaborate. Companies want to increase their employee productivity. They don't want their sales guys to go out there and use their notebook, for example. But we don't have battery. I have to plug my AC power, have it, and so on and so forth. No, right now companies want their employees to use tablets for working, okay, to be more productive. Bring your own device is a reality, as I showed with the numbers earlier, but it comes with security. This means that, okay, you can use your phone, but I want to make sure that your phone is secure, that the data that you are exchanging and sharing with colleagues or customers or partners are shared in the right way, are shared in a secure way. And there are regulations and compliance laws that define where files can be stored, how much they can be taken, and some other things. Okay. Now I'm going to introduce Acronis Files Cloud. First of all, Acronis Files Cloud, as I said before, is a service. Is a service designed for service providers. This means that there's no end user company that can purchase or buy Acronis Files Cloud. This is a service made for service provider. So for you, in order for you to offer this service to your end users. Okay? Acronis Files Cloud provides Office and mobile users with file access, sync and share in an easy-to-use, complete, and secure solution. Okay? Another important word in this sentence is hosted, cloud hosted. This means that the service is hosted not inside the company, not on premises, but in the cloud. And what means in the cloud? It can mean in Acronis Cloud, or it can mean in the service provider cloud. Okay. Key benefits. I showed you before. The three important words are easy, complete, and safe. Easy means easy to sell for you. My colleagues later we will show you, or you can ask them about the prices, but it's very easy to sell this product. Very easy to deploy. In a few minutes, you will see a demo of how to deploy the solution and how to start using the solution. Okay, and it's very easy to use as a solution. End user will find the option that they need where they expect them to be, and you will see this into the demo as well. It's complete. It's complete because it offers a solution that makes end user to share data and use both the web or mobile phones or tablets or Macs. In a short, they can collaborate through this service with all their colleagues or with all their own device. Okay, and it's safe. It delivers 100% control over data allocation. You know where end users' data are in. Okay, there are management policies, there are privacy statements, and I would like to spend some words about the GDPR regulations that are going to be enabled in some months. Acronis is working hard to make all their products and their our solutions compliant with the new regulations. In some months, we will state that our solution will be GDPR compliant. Okay? How it works? Of course, there is a, as I said, there is a cloud part. This is hosted by Acronis. So the web interface, the engine, the search engine, all of this stuff is performed by our cloud. Then there is another point where the data of the end users are stored. And here we have two options. Acronis Files Cloud has two options available. Acronis Cloud, so the end user data are in our data center, or service provider, I mean partner side. This is exactly the interworks.cloud solution. They are being storing your customers' data into their data center. So they choose this implementation of Acronis Files Cloud. Okay? And then all mobile users, Mac and PC users can access the platform through the web or through the client or through the app that they will be installing into their mobile devices. So it's very easy. From the end user's standpoint, we only have to install the mobile application and start to use it. It's very easy. Key features for service providers, this means for you. This is a multi-tenant and multi-tier support platform. So this means that you can manage the creation, the deletion of every users, and of course users can access the platform with their own username, password, and credentials. The platform can be branded, can be customized with logos, with different logos, and so on and so forth. And the platform supports API for provisioning and from accessing the platform itself. It's compliant with the ODIN and with the APS standard. Okay, and of course for service providers there are a number of tools to report the usage from the end users. Okay, key feature for the end users. I mean, what this product does from the user standpoint: sync and share from any device. This is what I already mentioned. From the mobile devices, the user can edit and annotate their file directly in the mobile application. This is very important. Okay, there is full support from exchanging data with the Microsoft Office mobile apps. This means that if end user want to edit some files that they shared with the Acronis Files Cloud, they can do it with their Office mobile apps. The two mobile apps can talk to each other and exchange the data in a safe way. You can create public links with the expiration. I mean, if I want to share this presentation with you, for example, I could create a link to this presentation and share it and say, hey, this link will expire in 1 week. Please click over here. You can download the file in 1 week. Okay. Another feature is that Acronis Files Cloud can maintain a history of the transactions with an audit log. This means that end users and service providers can see who did what and understand if something went wrong, who did it, and how to repair it. Security is very important. All the data are encrypted at the storage level. This means that when files are stored into interworks.cloud facilities, they are encrypted with a very high security algorithm. And also the data on transit, I mean the data when they pass from the mobile application to the storage and vice versa, are encrypted. This is the certification that we have. It's very important. For example, one of our customers is the US Navy or the Air Force, if I'm not wrong. So you can understand how much they can be oriented to security. So we had to implement it in a very secure way. You can, there is versioning. You can browse the versions of files that you shared in the past. You can decide how many versions you can keep. And you can undelete if files that you maybe by some mistakes you deleted accidentally. Okay. Here are some use cases. For example, mobile sales can be very interested in this platform because they can have in their mobile devices their contracts, their price list, or their catalogs without accessing them through, I don't know, through papers or something like that. We have in Italy an important customer, a pharmaceutical customer, that gave mobile devices to their doctors, and when they go to the patient, to the end users, as I can say, they can show their products, their medicines, directed to their tablets. This is one of the main use cases. One other use cases is more, field services, engineers into the field that can access documents, projects, user guides, and so on through the platform. This is one of the usage that the US Navy Force is doing. They have very big user guides for the airplane, and they want to access the user guides, these manuals through their mobile devices. So you can imagine how much secure must be the platform. Okay, so we are up to wrap up, and then I will pass the ball to Stavros for the demo. Acronis Files Cloud is easy to sell and deploy, easy to use, easy to understand. There is no need for training. It's very complete because customers with mobile devices, desktop, web clients can use it. They can collaborate, they can share files with each other, with partners and customers. They can edit files, Office files and PDF with a built-in editor, so a very complete solution. It's safe for the reason that I told you before. Another reason is that Acronis Files Cloud leverages our Acronis storage solution in the backend, and this is used by Acronis since 2010, so it's very secure. Okay, and it's proven. We have many years of development in this field. We are trusted by over Fortune 500 companies. We have thousands of customers, and so these are the reasons why Acronis Files Cloud can be a good solution for you. Okay. Just a few words to mention our social. I will recommend you to give a look at our blog.acronis.com. It's very interesting. We are talking about our products, but not only. We are talking about technologies in general. So if you have some time, give it a look. It works. Now it's
Um, Hello. It seems that we have lost connection.